All right, starting off, we do like a left side, right side on this. Pretty much the same thing, you just do the opposite side. So, um, and these screws are lettered B. We'll be doing a B1, B2, B3, B4, 5. But then we're also got an E1, E9, E11. So it skips around a little bit, not a big deal. But we go ahead, like clip out B1, B2, and if you're ambitious, you can also clip out the same pieces just for the other side, B6, B7. So, shall see here. Oh, he's holding a data slate or something. Isn't that cool? Oh, that is really neat. All right. Okay. B1, 2, 6, 7. So let's see. Yeah, there's 2, 7. Oh, 1, 6. Yeah, so the same pieces, kind of the mirror, those two pieces, these two pieces. So that makes it easy. Let's see, I think I'll use the tiny snips here. Just be careful and make sure you're snipping close to the piece you're cutting out. And if Spartan Land Raider sent you this channel, there are a bunch of videos that are preceding this. If you're wondering like what I'm doing here and what I'm talking about, there are plenty of videos before this and even kind of intro and tools and stuff that you might want to check out if you bought this box set for some strange reason and decide you're going to put together these models. It might help looking that over so you can kind of learn a little bit about what I'm talking about here. Like how some of these you can snip with kind of one side facing up, and other ones you might want to flip around and snip from the other side because it just makes it a little easier. They come off a little cleaner, and that is the goal, the name of the game, to have good clean surfaces to work with so you don't have to spend hours scraping. Like with this tool here, the scriber, the Tamiya scriber. No one makes money off of me saying that, so I can say it. I know in GW, if you haven't seen those Imperium clips I've made, they actually send you a little scriber along with the pieces. And it's helpful. If that's all you have, it's better than nothing. And I just like this Tamiya scraper much better. It's bigger. The GW scrapers, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I can't hold that in my hands. Get a cramp. It's much better. You just scribe along. I'll get that flattened out because these things could affect the way the model goes together, especially when you got something big like this and there's a lot of panel work. You don't want to put two things together and have a big gap because you didn't take care of that flash. So that's what we do here. put things together. This is one of the bigger models I've made. I can't remember what it's called for the, can't remember. And this plastic's also fairly soft. So if you have a fingernail, you can actually do some work with a fingernail. And we like to go at it in different angles. And I'm working on both sides at the same time. You don't have to do that, because you can get things messed up kind of easily. But this is all kind of boring. Scribing around a curve isn't really hard. You get the hang of it pretty quick. I know some people will make like pieces of sandpaper on a tool so that they can go around the edge. I don't know that that's necessary. I don't know that really gives you much. And over the years, I can tell you, Games Workshop has done a lot better with their mold lines. So they're really not that obscene much anymore. But you got to make sure that you get all. There's a lot. I mean, there's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points where this guy's attached. So there are 12 areas where you're going to have to scrape. And if you miss one, you're going to want to go back before you stick them together. Do that dry fit. And make sure you scrape them down. Because some of this you probably won't see in the finished model. I know there are some options to have things showing and things not showing. Like the ramp can come down or not come down. So you want to make sure you got everything. So that's basically those. Yeah, those two pieces. I'll just go like that. Which way does it go? Like that? Yeah. Like that? I don't know. See, that's how you get messed up sometimes. Work too far ahead. There we go. Yeah. So those are the two pieces, all nice and scraped off. And I'm going to get the other side off camera here, and so we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we got the left and the right pieces, and now we're going to work on the center, the beefy part of the body, the outside of the track. The left side is E1, the right side is E2. So we got to find our E here. Yeah, there's your E. And here is that 1 and 2? Where's it? Yeah, there's 1 and 2. So there you go. Taking these guys out, I'll still use the small clippers because they seem to be working pretty fine. This plastic is pretty soft. It's soft so much so that you want to be careful scraping down, like the panel here. That's pretty thin, so you got to be careful. Oh shoot, sorry about that. But yeah, these things are huge. And in scribing these, especially these wheels down, you got to be careful because you don't want to take too much off. And one of the reasons why I use a scriber is you use an X-Acto knife, and you can really take a chunk out of this plastic. And things like the wheel, you really do want to watch out because you can see a like a divot in that wheel if you take too much off. Because you don't need a lot. And just kind of scrape it away with your fingernail. Like they say with too thin coats when you're painting, you want a bunch of light scrapes when you're scribing. Because you don't want to take a lot off. You just want to get the excess. Just so it's smooth. And then after we're all done with these parts, we'll throw them in the sink with some hot soapy water and rinse them off. The water, the soap will get rid of all these pieces of scraped off plastic pretty well. So I want to have a nice good fit. There. Yeah, see that? That's nice thin line there, showing a panel mark. Perfect. You didn't scrape that off well. Yeah, there's even more I can scrape off. Those panels aren't going to fit well, and that's not good. Especially these first couple of pieces, you can guarantee that if they don't fit good, further pieces down the road aren't going to fit good, and the next thing you know, it's going to look bad. So, make sure you pay attention to what you're scribing off, and that piece will fit right back in there. Look at that baby. That is a nice big piece of plastic. Now the bad thing is when we go to glue these guys together, there's really not. I mean, you're just going to have to sit there and hold it. You got a lot of area here and here to glue on. So that's nice. You got area down here. So that'll give you some space to glue. But then you're going to have to hold it. And real quick talk about glue. So once again, no one makes any money off of this channel. I like my Tamiya thin cement, but I had a lot of trouble finding this. And so I did go out to a local store, local modeling store, and I found some plastic welds. So been using this. I like it. The brush is really big, so that's the only bad thing. Yeah, so time to glue, and I don't think, check back on your instructions. Yeah, whichever side, I think I grabbed this one. There's no notes. Glue 'em, glue 'em, glue, glue. I don't know what that means. Little warning there. I mean, I suppose those are supposed to go together. I don't know. I don't know why there's an exclamation point, but we'll see when I get to that. And we dry fit, and now we're going to glue it up. Probably just glue this first section on and then pause the video because I'm going to have to sit and hold for a while, and it's like watching paint dry. Watching glue, watching paint. It's all about the same thing. Get some glue in there and there. Along here. There we can't get. Something to bite on that glue. And use that plastic glue, not the what's that called? Super glue. Don't use that. That will mess up your model. It's not resin. Plastic glue just kind of melts plastic just a bit. and you just got to sit there and hold it. So I'll see you in a bit.